Hey everyone, want to start off by saying I fudge these nails up big time, but these are the products that I'm going to be using. These little snowflake decals from Snowfi nails are actually like little stickers, so you don't have to soak them in water to get them off, so they're not water slide decals. And I'm going to use Frosty or Feeling Frosty and Snow Bunny from Evolution Dip Powder for my base colors. And then I'm going to use Chasing Rainbows by Glitter and Grace a little bit later on, just for a little extra sparkle on one of the nails. And I don't show myself doing all of the coats that I did for these nails because it's just repetitive. But for Snow Bunny, which is the glitter, I did 2 coats of that. And then for the light gray purple color, I did 3 coats of that. Saying that, here, let me tell you what I'm doing here. I am encapsulating my glitter in clear. And then what I'm gonna do, excuse me, it's so early and I messed these nails up. Okay. What I'm going to do after that is dust off the nails, and I'm going to activate them and let my activator dry. So I've wanted to do sweater nails since last year, but I never ended up doing them. And the reason I messed these up is that the light purple color that I used is too, what's the word I'm looking for? Sheer. It's not too light, because you can use white dip powder, you can use white gel, you know what I mean? Like, to get a sweater design, but this is too much of a sheer color. This is more so like a lightly colored dip powder with shimmers in it, which is a gorgeous color, and it matches perfectly with that glitter. But trying to use it for sweater nails was not a good time. Okay, so later on you will see, and I could not get a good picture of them either. So then I'm going to take my pine gel polish base coat, and I'm going to give these 2 nails that I'm doing the sweater design on a coat of that, and I'm going to cure it for 90 seconds to get that like tacky layer that you get from a base gel. And then I take the base gel again and do a coat over top of the snowflakes and this nail, and I take a fluffy brush and dip into the Chasing Rainbows from Glitter and Grace and just kind of dust it over top of that nail to give it kind of a falling snowflake glistening kind of effect. Then I can't remember this name. Is it Feeling Fuzzy? I think is the name. I take I take my gel base and a striping brush, and I first just go directly on my nail with the gel base, but this is too runny. You want a more thicker consistency so that your gel doesn't run and it holds a really crisp straight line. But for this one, this is what I do. So this is my first fail. And when I'm done with that, I take the light purple color and I just sprinkle it over the top of it, and I cure that for I think 30 seconds. I just do kind of like a quick flash cure. So I then end up doing the same exact thing with the other nail, and I'm mixing in more of that dip powder to get my gel base thicker. But I'm again going in and doing the same exact thing that I did with the pointer fingernail, and just with this thicker consistency. And you can see right here, it's more raised, more 3D. That's what you want. And this would have worked if the color would have been a like solid, super pigmented color and not a sheer color, which is what this dip powder was meant to be made as, you know what I mean? So I go ahead and do that, and then I pour over top to soak up the gel base, and then I fully cure that again. And here's the first one. I brush it off and I go in with this thicker gel that I made with the dip powder and try to get this more raised so that you can see what I'm doing. And I just go through and follow the same lines again for this nail. And yeah, it's not working. My lines are getting super wonky because I'm trying to make it thick where you can see it, and it's not working correctly. So, and again, I pour over the dip powder, and here's the first nail. And that is when I realize that I forgot to add the matte top coat. Isn't this when I realize? No, I went over a third time, you guys. I went over a third time. Here's where I realized that I forgot to matte out the base color that I have down. You need to matte it out so that when you're putting your top gel color on, you can see what you're doing. So because I did this last, my line gets super wonky because the one underneath of it is now like more raised than the rest of my nail, and I don't know if I'm making sense, but you can see what I'm doing here. So I try to go in again and do the same exact thing that I was doing with the thicker base gel that I made, and I pour over the powder and cure that, and then I do the same exact thing with the other nail. I don't know if I showed that. Everything just seems to be getting repetitive here. My editing skills were not on point. Okay, so this is matted out, and then I'm doing the same thing. Okay, I cut that out. So now I'm doing the inside design, which I do a more like zigzag design here, and I should have made the gel base a little bit thicker, even because you can see at the top it kind of starts running together. But I take a brush and try to clean up my lines, and then I take the dip powder again and I pour over the top and cure that, and then I do the same thing for the other nail, and then I do like a lined design on this nail. Turned out a lot better after I kind of figured out what I was doing, what I wasn't doing wrong. The only thing is that you can't really see it, which is a total bummer. But I do the same exact thing, and then I do like kind of little stripy lines up the sides of both sides of the nails. All right, now I'm taking my base gel again. I'm going to give all of the ones that I'm going to be putting the shiny top coat on another coat of base gel, just so that the top coat sticks better. And here are the sweater nails that I did out after I cured them. This is the one I said turned out a lot better than my pointer finger. So then I'm going to take after I cured those, I'm going to take my top coat and top coat my thumb, middle finger, and my pinky, just to make those ones glossy because I thought that would look cute. And then after that, I take rubbing alcohol and on a paper towel, and I just go through and wipe off, especially the ones that I did the sweater nails on. You want to get rid of all of that excess powder so you can see your detail, even though you cannot see my detail because my color is too light. But hopefully this was helpful. You can kind of see the do's and don'ts, and hopefully it'll help you if you want to use dip powder for a sweater design nail. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Bye.